I haven't played Rimworld since the Royalty DLC, so there is a lot that's going on that's new to me. Anomaly looks like it's adding in a lot of really cool stuff though, and I'm very interested in seeing what direction this is being brought. So I thought I'd try it out. And why not try it out with the Daily Drama series? Because Daily Drama was always something that folks seemed to enjoy the most. I kind of sort of enjoyed playing it, as painful as it was. But it's a pretty good way, I think, to check out some of the new events and such that are going on. Daily Drama, if you don't know, is kind of as it sounds. It's just a constant onslaught of terrible things happening, but nothing immediately terrible. Some of the events are, at least as I imagine, to be quite light. Those are happening obviously pretty regularly to keep things a bit dramatic, because you never know what they'll bring. Some of the events definitely sound way more significant, so I've got those being quite a bit rarer, but also still regular, working within a time frame of about 30 to 40 days per overall global cycle, if you will. I'll show you the numbers specifically. If you're interested, feel free to pause and look them over. If you don't really mind knowing the details / want to kinda guess along with me, then feel free to not pause it, I suppose. It is basically a mix of the classic Crash Landed, a mix of the new anomalous researcher start, and kind of crash them together, combine them, and added in the sort of guarantee that some of the new events will happen at fairly regular intervals, because I'm very curious to see what it brings. I think it might be a kind of a cool way to play. Because I don't remember quite how storytellers like Cassandra Classic handle the forced events happening at regular intervals, we're going with Randy Random on Just Strive to Survive. Nothing too crazy. If I need to adjust the scenario to make it easier or harder, then I can do that. With a little less weight on the storyteller, I'm kind of telling my own story here, you know. If you'd like to play along at home, the world seed that I chose was bad. No, really, that's the seed. Everything else default because I don't really see a need to change it too much, and 30% globe coverage is quite okay, I think. I chose just a normal, sort of temperate forest, mountainous on the coast next to the Small Heron Sea in the Itnda wetlands or so. It's year-round growing, there's plenty of forageability if I so choose, disease frequency 1.2 per year, it's all decent and fine. We got a nice eastern coast to it mixed in with the mountainous. Thought it'd be kind of interesting to go for. I always like the mountainous zones. Ideologically, I wasn't really sure what to go for because there's so much to choose from, like it is actually kind of insane. But I'm opting for the Void followers. There's no truth except the Void. Let us learn its secrets and bathe in the endless black ocean. I think that might be new to this. I'm not too sure. They're also okay with pain. They're all about having scars and all that, which is, yeah, it's fine enough. But I think from a gameplay perspective, there's nothing a whole lot massively different with them. That I could tell, at least. I might be terribly wrong about that. It could have been a horrible, horrible mistake going for that. Colonist-wise, I wasn't too particular. Often never am. I usually just ask that you're capable and healthy. The thing with healthy, though, is our type of people, based on the ideology, quite like the scars. They all always have scars, but they like the little bit of pain that it brings, so it sort of works out. So I mostly just look to see that you're not, like, asthmatic with an artery blockage and cataracts, and also like starting addicted to stuff and making sure you're capable of dumb labor and all the basics. First off, we got Lairg, the wreckage explorer who became a space marine. You are kind, nervous, and tough. A fine fighter. Shooting in melee, excellent. You're the defense. We're going to be attacked quite often, I think. I hope. That's sort of the idea, but I don't know what any of the events actually are, so... Next up, we've got Cass. That's kind of an odd one. You're psychically hypersensitive. You're a body purist with great memory, but you've also got a peg leg. I don't know how that's gonna work. You also came with a fertilized duck egg. Okay. Spy Hermit, the miner, also okay with animals and largely medical. I think you're the only one actually decently capable of medical work. You did come with an artery blockage, but it is minor, so I don't know. You're a masochist as well, and depressive, but you are an ascetic, so we can kind of work with it, I think, to some extent. And TPG, an herb world urchin who became an entrepreneur. Good at social, good at intellectual, you can also defend yourself. You're also tough, and you're a fast learner. All of these things, very good. You're gonna be helping out defend us, and probably also just hiding at a research table the entire time otherwise. I didn't bother with the xenotypes, so those are pretty interesting, and I might look into doing some of that stuff later on. Just kind of really going for Anomaly at the moment to see what this is doing, because this interests me the most by far. Man, I do not remember a whole lot of what's going on with this game. It'll maybe come back to me. Like, I don't remember if stockpile zones fenced in with the roof does anything, or if it needs to be actually enclosed in a room proper. I'm not sure. Might have to turn that into a proper room itself. Looking to do some sort of a kitchen-y type thing here, just like a small dining room with a small cook room, and then like a little butcher room, and then off of this we can build a sort of a freezer, I suppose. Wind turbine just to get us going with power, into a stone cave area for the battery one day. Seems we don't start with batteries. Mining up the bit of components on the east. Up to the north we got a bit of steel to mine up there. Moving some of the rocks to create a bit of a barrier type system for early defenses. Get the rocks out so they can't use them. What is all that? So they can't use them and get them in so we can use them. Ancient storage cylinder. Once stored some kind of fluid. Valuable parts are missing. Everything else is degraded to uselessness. Huh. Okay. It's 50% good cover. I guess we deconstruct that? An ancient barrel? Waste of some sort. Now it's just a smear of dried sludge. Okay. I'll, deconstruct all of that, if I remember how. God, my key bindings are all messed up. Fallen monoliths by Hermit notes an ancient monolith partly buried nearby. If I investigate it, we could learn more. Yeah, okay, give me a minute. Yeah, alright. Let me get something going here. Gosh. The storage zone is just storing just about everything except corpses. Those will be stored somewhere else. The wargs and all that, I think I gotta take care of, right? These were not so cool. I think... Oh, it was a wildlife tab. Predator, when hungry, hunts smaller creatures, possibly including people. But there's like squirrels and stuff around too, and like, it's alright. And turkey, and yeah, it's okay. We got a pretty okay starting area overall, I think. Ancient exostrator midsection? It's blinking. Massive ancient exostrator war mechanoid. Long ago, some high-energy weapon shattered the body and fused the parts into an almost solid mass. Still functional transponder. If I could extract it, I could decrypt it to gather valuable info. I see. Incendiary weapon cells intact but unstable, likely detonate after I do some damage. Right. Okay. Is that good for the transponder? Should we get that out first and then? Yeah, alright. Not a bad little area though. Also have a geyser. 2 geysers very nearby, which is great. 3 geysers in fact. Oh man, even kind of a 4th. It's a shame we're probably gonna die in like 8 seconds because this daily drama is not at all balanced whatsoever. Goodness. That said, if we do have to start over, we're getting in new names. And if you'd like your name to be in, see the Patreon. For Rimworld, either tier works. I'm not really doing a instant cloning type thing for Rimworld because you don't get that many people. It's really more of just a, you know, if you want to have your name in, just pledge at least 5. That's how I'm doing it. What are you reading? What is that? Whip's manual on tunneling. Oh. What do... Oh, select carried item like that. Alright. Oh, it gives Oh, it gives mining experience. Ooh. Encyclopedia provides valuable insights about tunneling. The author claims in her abstract that fraudulent copies of this book exist, but that this is not one. That sounds legit. This was the real deal, TPG. According to the footnote, as a child, Pox Faz Whip Rack Waste was so idle that her parents despaired. This textbook is a vindication of her skill. The synopsis says that this was printed by hand on Midfo. Book has had many owners, but the pages are decent, if slightly scored. Right, yeah, okay, I just had the, I just brought these things over because the sort of starting as the Anomaly researchers, that scenario already had you starting with the books and tomes, so I thought, I'd go for it. Avoid provocation, 0.15 per hour when discovered. Mental break chance, 3.9% per hour. Okay. A boring void researcher attempts to describe a tribe with a tradition of mutilation rituals performed in firelight using rusty blades. The volume is adorned with disturbing illustrations portraying a grotesque, otherworldly entity whose formless, inky tendrils writhe across pages, invoking a sense of dread and fascination in equal measure. The book is full of incomprehensible jargon. Okay. What a note to end it on. Also, this proximity detector, again, the anomalists started with it, so capable of detecting invisible creatures. Raises an alarm when it detects the presence of a psychically invisible biosignatures within its radius. If it's psychically invisible, surely we could just see it? I guess it is also not just psychically invisible, but also just straight up invisible. Right. Requires a component in bioferrite to make it? It's bioferrite. An exotic metal-like fibrous substance, both organic and metallic properties. Bioferrite produced by microscopic mechanites. As a process organic material in cases of disordered mechanite behavior, this happens in a chaotic cancer-like way. Okay. Pressurized under specific conditions, it becomes extremely flammable, making it a useful fuel. Okay. Yeah, alright. They can make weapons out of it? Neat. Bioferrite spear that explodes on impact. Yeah, you know, I know about that. I'll look at it in a minute. Let me get, like, beds and stuff up. Oh, game. We don't have a whole lot of construction early on, so it might take us a couple days to get really going here. Which is great, because it only takes a couple days for things to get going in the first place. Poor Larry having to move all the rocks. I guess we could do... It's not really an indoor spot, is it, here? Yeah, no, not really, not yet. Let's build, like, a wooden door or one of these menus. Just something for now. What is... Deployed turret? Oh, this is the turret thingy. Yeah, again, the Anomaly people started with this, so I thought I want to start with it too. Though they started with 2 of them. So you've got that... Got that just being worn. Deploy a battery-powered turret. Contains a propulsion device, letting the user launch the turret a short distance. These turrets are effective for flanking and distracting enemies. However, the turret's limited AI can't be directly controlled, so it can cause friendly fire incidents. Battery lasts for several hours. Okay. And only 1 charge, too. It's in the adult life stage. Good. Oh no, okay, that's a requirement. Okay. Yeah, it's just a babby turret pack. You gotta raise it and grow it up good. Yeah, okay. 70 CO2 components at a machining table to make that. Interesting. Interesting. There's been like so much with Rimworld that's changed over the years that it's like I hardly even recognize the game anymore. Like what I used to think was like, oh, this is pretty good. Not really. I think it's just, it's a whole different game now, you know? You just pass out over the yard, right? That's okay. The idea is, though, I guess I'll let you sleep. I don't want to wake you up right now. Man, you really want me to investigate you, don't you? Okay, we'll do it in the morning. Like, it's flashing and everything now. Okay. It's like gonna investigate itself. I just noticed the corpses that are surrounding it, though. Wait, hold on. Plunder? Some logger? Paul, a blaster? Lucia, vengeful? They've been dead for 2.3 years, 3.3 years, 1.4 years, like every year. And now it's my turn. Oh, God. Okay. What happened to you? Yeah, you're perfectly healthy. Oh, this one's got a bad back. And a peg leg. Okay. Okay. It's interesting they still have, like, all their stats and everything. Oh, extract skull. I could just pluck the skull off the skeleton? Okay. Queue that up for the morning, I guess, too. Growing is going to be happening after construction by Cass. Maybe I should grow first, then construct. That might be maybe a bit better. While some of the mining is then being done by Spy Hermit. And the rest we'll just have to see. I don't really know. I guess cook before you construct. How about that? And I'm pretty sure this stuff is unroofed and also outdoors. We'll see what the deterioration is like with it just being outdoors. We'll get the wooden. What happened to the Mega Sloth? Oh, had a heart attack. Okay. Food! Alright. Hey Cass, investigate this monolith, alright? Good luck to you. The monolith's dark metallic surface is warm to the touch, and Cass thinks she can hear a faint hum emanating from inside. The lines on its dusty surface seem to squirm in unsettling patterns. Cass focuses on the shapes, trying to uncover their meaning. The hum strengthens. The shapes begin to flow in Cass's vision, but the surface isn't changing. Power begins to uncoil in the empty space all around. A black shape is forming in her mind. The anomaly is stirring. Oh yeah, keep looking at it. Oh. I like how the music stopped. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. As the monolith twisted and changed, Cass was overcome with a horrifying vision. In an instant, she understood. Ooh, a new music coming in. Maybe? Kind of. It's quiet. The monolith is a doorway, just barely cracked open now. Something dark beyond imagination stirs on the other side, seeping into our reality. Terrified but excited, Cass is convinced she can learn more if given the time to study the monolith. We can do anomaly buildings and anomaly research lab. An entity codex is unlocked, and we can now study the monolith and other entities to gain anomaly research. Entity codex. Oh. Oh, I see. Interesting. I'm really curious what mods can do with this too. Like, am I alone in thinking that? Like, every time there's a Rimworld DLC that comes out, I keep thinking, like, you know what? I bet mods can do a lot with that. Well, TPG's doing something now. You're studying it. Yeah, I saw there is an anomaly tab in here. So what, we're just getting research points now that we just spend, or what? Because I don't have this dedicated toward anything. Yeah, 0.6 basic. Alright. So, what do we have here? I like the kind of chilling and, the chill ambient music that's playing. Void Provocation. Psychic Ritual Spot performs psychic rituals. Use the Void Provocation ritual to discover new entities. Okay. Baroferrite Harvesting. Generate Baroferrite from captured entities. Is it nighttime or what is this? Oh, Gray Pale. Pall? Gray Pall. A blanket of gritty fog has descended on this area. Fog smells ancient somehow, and it stings the skin. The unnatural grayness of it invokes a sense of dread. Whoa. Okay. Guys, I'm kind of freaked out right now. Entity containment? That sounds good, and one of them is straight up unknown. Oh, a few of them are. A lot of them are. Okay. Electric inhibitor, a holding platform, a shard inhibitor. Research it. No project active. Oh, okay. So what are you getting when you're looking at that now? Basic 0.6. I don't know what you're getting. You like the basic research? Because I'd like to go batteries if that's the case. Will not begin until I build a research bench. I don't have like a new button down here, do I? Maybe holding spot? A spot for holding dangerous entities. Not as good as a steel holding platform, but a lot better than nothing. Downed entities can be secured at a holding spot where they can be studied. Increase containment strength by building strong walls and doors, and other special containment devices. Right. Give me a minute, alright? Hold on, I still need beds, and I still need to see what is this room? Can you look into this for me? I'm almost positive it's nothing. Oh, okay, good. Thank you. That's all I need to know, because that's probably where we're putting the butcher table. Butcher table? Butcher table. Wood is fine. Also, we're gonna have to move the door, I think. Just deconstruct it, make a wooden door there, and then... Yeah, I don't have stone bricks. Just build like a wood wall there or something. So the butchering happens in there. The cooking will happen in here with an electric stove. Wild boar shamblers. Okay, 1 second. New entity discovered, shambler. Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot. Okay, we're also moving this door, it turns out. Heck nabbit. A group of shambling, rotting, wild boar corpses is approaching. Some inhuman force has reanimated these lifeless bodies and set them to murder. They'll now wander through the area. If they see a human, they'll attack. If not, they leave in a few days. If you can capture one, you can study it for anomaly knowledge. Ugh. It's straight up a skeleton. I'm gonna behead all of these, no particular reason. So you're just here now, huh? Being a shambler. Reanimated by corrupted archites. Shamblers are slow and mindless and will attack any living creature relentlessly. After a few days on their feet, shamblers die from metabolic exhaustion. Captured shamblers can't move and thus won't expire. Right. I mean, I don't really know how the holding spot works exactly, but like... We can build a little holding spot over here, no? Yeah, it's just like ropes and stuff. Great. Downed entities can be secured at a holding spot where they can be studied. Increase containment strength by building strong walls and doors and other containment devices. Yeah, sure. New research available. Discover the shambler wild boar yielded new insights. Can research the following anomaly projects. Draw shamblers. Okay. Draw a horde of animated corpses. While hostile corpses won't attack your colony directly, they can be captured for study. Yeah, okay, give me a minute. Yeah, alright. If it wanders aimlessly, then cool, fine. It can do that. That's alright. And then put on a couple stools. And we got some like wild looking furniture here. kind of cool to have a different aesthetic on stuff. Also, we need to get those out of here. These are a little less important. They're kind of far away. These are important because enemies can use that as cover easily. Okay. I need a little more emphasis on construction. I know you're pretty bad at it, but I need you to try. Roofing and all that should be okay. What is this now? Okay, yeah, there's that. Harbinger tree has sprouted nearby. These gnarled trees grow flesh-like coverings and can feed on corpses and raw meat placed nearby. If well fed, the grove will continue to grow. In a tribal myth, these trees are the emissaries of a shapeless god who rules an endless black ocean. The myth ends after the shapeless god reaches up from the water and tears down the sky. Right. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Create corpse stockpile. Entity codex. Okay, okay. Well, we can cut it down. It's harvestable. Doesn't require a whole lot of fertility. Doesn't require light. Can't grow in freezing temperatures. I do get 25 just wood, by the looks of it. They're ugly. Void meditation, though. Yes, okay. Oh, alright. They're kind of far away. But we can maybe create corpse stockpiles for that. Non-fresh corpses of all kinds. Even colonists. Is it cool to feed a colonist to the tree? By default, unnatural corpses is off, so I'm gonna say not to do that. We're gonna see about putting colonist corpses too when they rode away. Colonist and stranger corpses. Okay, how about, man, how was that? Was it like slightly reduced durability? So when the corpse starts rotting or something like that, I forget how it was exactly. There was a way to set this up though, I'm almost positive of it. Okay, not animal corpses, not entity corpses, just humans, if they're slaves, colonists, and strangers. Put them down there. Both rotten and also fresh. Yeah. Okay. But like, I also kind of want one for just rotten animal corpses that I wouldn't want to bother with butchering. Yeah. So that's fresh corpses and also rotten. Okay, just fresh corpses. And then that's just rotten corpses, which I guess also the human likes as well, except the unnatural ones, I guess. I don't know. Okay. So that's where those go. So the only thing not being stored down there is fresh animal, correct? Animal, just rotten, fresh, but not animal. Right. So the animal corpses that are fresh, we're hanging on to. And those can be stored... I guess just keep going with a steel wall? Well, actually, like over here it'd be kind of better, because then it sort of caps off this mountainy area. Kind of okay with that. So, whoops. Cancel that wall. Do get the stones out of there. Do get the door moved. Do replace that wall. Okay. What's the word on that boar? Oh yeah, it's there. It's standing listlessly. Just hanging out, man. Too far away for me to worry about. Okay. Hidden conduit. Tougher than regular conduits, but also slower to build and more expensive? What? They're not flammable. That's kind of incredible. Okay. Twice the steel, though. Excellent. That's new to me. But I can also just aesthetically have a hidden conduit beneath the doors. Right? Just seems like they connect okay. Yeah, because I always hated seeing the conduits beneath the doors. There, and then build a copy into there. Excellent. Oh, an aurora! Undulating colors boost the mood of anyone outside. Wow, it looks good. It looks really good.